Hello friends, good morning and welcome to my channel Suneel at Digital. I hope you guys are doing pretty well today and I'm also doing good. Thank you. Guys, I am planning to bring one talent series, from scratch to advanced level and wherein, we'll get everything, and I'll cover most of the topics in my series. Today, I have brought one topic and that is based on the fundamentals actually. So if you understand this well, then it will help you to understand the further topics which I'll bring actually. Okay. Now, in talent, there are few components. The one is the talent studio. Talent studio is basically a software wherein we create a job. Okay. So let's say we have created one job, then this job is getting stored somewhere, right? So that job may be stored in your local environment, or maybe we can store this job into some remote location like remote repositories, let's say SPN or like GitLab. Okay, after that, once we have the job metadata, or we can say job stored into the repository, either local or remote, we want to run the job. Okay, now the question is where you want to run the job, whether you want to run your job in your local environment as a local host, or you want to run your job into some remote workstation, right? Or maybe you want to run your job into some cloud environment like Talent Cloud, right? So let me give an example here. So if you see, right, this is the Talent software product, and this is the Talent Cloud data management platform. Okay. Now, this is the basically software. If you see, this is configured from cloud perspective, and that's what we have this Git repositories there, right? So first, let me show you how we can run it through the local host. Okay, so let me restart this. Yeah, there you go. So if you go to this manage connections here, so we have two options here actually. We can create the connections here. So let's say one connection I create for this one. If I pick this as a local, when I pick this as a local, it means your repository is in your local system. It means this is on your local host actually. Local host means like laptop I am showing, I am showing you, right? This is the local environment. Now I can give this name here as a local. Okay. And now I have to provide my, my ID, and this is the workspace where actually I'll store all this metadata as well. Okay. So whenever we create any job, this gets stored into this path actually. Okay, I just okay. So let's say this is a project I have created here. You can create any more project as well. Okay. And here you go. So if you see here, when this talent studio, launch, we can see options. You see, this is the local. It means this local means the repository is a local. Local means this is in your local host in this system, right? Now this talent underscore Java is nothing but this is the project we have created actually. This is the project name actually, talent underscore Java. Let's say I have created one job. I have one job maybe create standard job. I give name as a test here. Okay. Now I want to, let's say I want to load data from a file to a table. So let's say file, it means it will come under input, and T file input, let's say delimited is one file, and I want to load, I want to, let's say, I want to load in other file as well, maybe. Okay. You see, now we have this option here, run option is here, right? If you go to this target execution here, now we can see this is the local host. It means we are running this using this server, actually, this local host. So this is basically running on your local host. Okay. Now, if I go to the Talend Cloud, let's see how it works. Okay. Let me restart this again. So here what happened, like in our local, when we created a job, everything was getting stored in your local system. Okay. And the job also was running in your local system, right? Okay. Now this time we have this repository. I have selected the remote one, actually. This is a remote directory, remote repository, right? So when we connect to the remote repository, it means whatever the jobs we are creating, that is getting stored into the remote repository. Okay. And that could be your GitLab maybe. Okay. And also we are running your job into this remote location, remote cloud, actually. So that's what this is, the this URL. This is nothing but this is the Talend Cloud. So whatever the job now we will create, it will run into this Talend Cloud, and your job metadata will be stored into the repository, remote repository. I hope this is clear. Now it's okay. You see now this one, right? So this project, basically this project is on basically Talend Cloud. In Talend Cloud itself I have created this project, and that's what it is coming up here. If we don't have project there, it will never come. So what happens in case of, you know, Talend Cloud data management product, or like maybe Talend Cloud for data fabric, these are the products actually. So there are two things there. One is the studio and one is the talent management console. So talent management console is nothing, that is the cloud, actually, that is the Talend Cloud. Inside the Talend Cloud, what we do, we create a project over there into the Git repository, and we configure the Git repository from the Talend Cloud. I hope this is clear. So that's what this is coming from there. If I open this, And here you go. So this is the talent management console basically. So talent management console is the talent cloud basically. Okay, for this studio. So you can check here in the repository now it's showing the Git. So it means whatever the jobs you will create here, those jobs will be stored into this Git repository, and inside the repository we have created this project. Okay, this is the dev underscore environment. This is a project actually. So inside this project, whatever the jobs you are creating, whatever the metadata we are creating, everything will be stored into this. I hope this is clear. Now, once we create your job, so let's say I have created one job here. I give the name test cloud. Okay. Okay. So let's say we have created one job and we can, some components here like this one, and then maybe I can log home. Okay, let's say this is our job. So this job we have created into the studio. Now here I make it control S. Okay, it means this job basically is getting stored into this repository. Okay, now I want to, how I can run this basically, I need to deploy this job into the Talend cloud. How we can do it? Just do the right click here. So let's say we have this job, right click. You see this option is there, right? Publish to cloud. Okay. So whenever we do the publish to cloud, it means you, whatever the job you have created here, right? This will be published to the Talend cloud environment. And then only we can run the job from there, right? So we can run this job from talent management console, because unless until we publish this job into talent cloud, how it will run, right? It cannot run. So that's what, when we run this basically, we have to deploy that code into the talent cloud. I hope this is clear, the concept, right? What is happening. So this is the, fundamental concept of, talent on cloud or like talent on your local, right? I hope guys you like this video, and please hit like and subscribe please. I'll bring one more topic, okay, and that will be sequentially basically. Okay, I'll start everything from the sequence. So this is like overall fundamental concept. You just try to accept that. Okay, and once you are pretty much comfortable with this, you will learn the things gradually. Thank you guys, and bye bye.